through this. And so it says the tree of life the tree of life is to those who take hold of it. And so if you take hold of wisdom, you have taken hold of life, the tree of life. And then it goes further, and it says, happy are those who attain her. So again, we have gone back to the beginning where it says that happy is the man who finds wisdom. And now we've gone back, and it's happy are those who have her. And so it says wisdom brings happiness to us. And so all throughout this, you can look at all throughout this, and you can look at what wisdom brings to us. And you can look at everything that you desire, you are seeking for and searching for in life. And wisdom is connected to it somehow. Somehow, everything that we search for, everything that we desire, whether it's success, whether it's wealth, whether it's honor, whether it's happiness, whether it's life, everything that we are searching for is connected to wisdom. Now, let's go over real quickly again the benefits of wisdom. Some of the benefits of wisdom is happiness, is value to our life, is having a long life, is wealth, is honor, peace, life, and again, at the end, it brings up happiness again. And these are only the things that Solomon brings up in this part of the Word. In all the different parts of the Word, you will begin to see as the Bible begins to describe and explain and tell you what wisdom brings to you. And so wisdom is beneficial to us. But if wisdom is so amazing, why do we not see more people with it? Or why do we see more people searching for it? If wisdom is such an amazing thing, if wisdom is such an amazing and powerful thing, why don't we see more people searching for it? Why don't we see people more with it? And we know that not everybody has it, because if we look around, we see people that are not happy. We see people that do not have long lives. That they are dying as little children, or that they are dying as young adults because of where they are at. I mean, we see people. We see even our rulers. We see them making decisions that are not based on wisdom. Because isn't that the reason of the current economy? The current system of what happened is based off of decisions that they made. And if you have wisdom, wisdom is supposed to bring light. Wisdom is supposed to bring success. And so if we look around us, we don't see people pursuing wisdom or placing a value on wisdom or seeking it. But if wisdom is such an amazing thing, why don't we see people seeking it? Why don't we see people searching for it? I mean, don't they want these things? Don't they want happiness? Don't they want the tree of life? And as I consider that, I realize that even though there may be many reasons why people do not pursue wisdom, I believe that there is one reason, or that there's two reasons that are most interesting. People do not consider wisdom. They don't even consider it in their equation or in their life or anything, because one, they're confused about it, and two, they believe that the source of their wisdom is brain power. They believe that how smart the person is, they believe that that's what wisdom means. And so they believe that the source of you being wise is your brain power. How smart are you? And so because they believe that it's how smart you are, they believe that you don't have a choice how wise you are. And so automatically, subconsciously, people don't believe it's our responsibility, because if you don't have a choice, it's not your responsibility. And so they walk around never pursuing wisdom, never seeking wisdom, never even occurring to them that they need wisdom, because they never think it's their responsibility to get it. They never even thought that, hey, it might be my responsibility to get it. And second is because they believe that the source of wisdom is not just, you have one group that believes that it may be brain power, and you have another group that believes that the source of wisdom is experience. And so they believe that if the source of wisdom is experience, and as they get older and as they experience these different things, wisdom will come to them. And because of that, they say, well, as I get older, I'll get wisdom, and so I don't need to get wisdom now. I don't need to get wisdom as a young man or as a young woman. Or as I go further, I'll have wisdom. Or they look at the experience they have and they claim that their experience is wisdom. And who knows that there are some people that have a lot of experience and have no wisdom. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but there's a lot of people that they look at the experience that they have and they believe that that experience is wisdom. They believe that that experience gives them wisdom and that experience is their source of wisdom, yet they don't have wisdom. They don't. And so the source of wisdom, the source of wisdom, the place where we find wisdom, where we get it, the ability to get it, is not a good brain. It's not having a smart, God-blessed brain that can equate mathematical formulas really easy, okay? It's not about having experience. It's not about experiencing all these things and going forward. But the source of wisdom, if we want to know the source of wisdom, we turn to Ecclesiastes 7:25, where Solomon, the wisest person alive, goes forward and he explains how he found wisdom, where the source of wisdom was for him. And where wisdom originated for him. Now, if you look at Ecclesiastes 7:25, it said, "I applied my heart to know, to search and to seek out wisdom and reason of things, to know the wickedness of folly, even of foolishness and madness." And so nowhere in here does it say, "Oh, I had a good brain," or "Oh, I experienced something awesome." Nowhere in here does it go back to those areas. No, instead he says, "I applied my heart to know." I applied my heart to know. Now, in a different translation, it says, "I turned my heart to know." I turned my heart to know. And you need to understand, Solomon, when he decided to seek wisdom, when he decided to search for wisdom, he didn't start with the wisdom that he had. When he decided to search for wisdom, most people, they choose to live a wise life. When they recognize the value of wisdom, they decide, all right, I'm going to choose to live a wise life. I'm going to choose to walk in wisdom. And so they begin to take all the wisdom that they have and begin to live in that wisdom. But they say, okay, I'm going to do things with wisdom. But they never make the choice to actually pursue the wisdom. They never make the choice to pursue wisdom. And so they're stuck with the wisdom that they have. And so they're stuck only with the wisdom that they have inside of them. And Solomon, when he decided to search for wisdom, he says, "I applied my heart to know," or it says, "He turned my heart to know." He turned my thoughts to know, which means that he made a choice to begin with. He made a choice to seek wisdom. He made a choice to say, okay, this is how I normally think. He said, I'm going to turn, or I'm going to apply myself, and I'm going to turn somewhere else. And I'm going to begin to think differently. I'm going to be searching in different areas. And so he made the decision to search for wisdom. And so the very first step to bring wisdom into our life is not even to decide to live a wise life, but to understand and to choose to search for wisdom. And so we cannot choose to live a life of wisdom if we are not constantly searching for wisdom. Because how are we going to apply wisdom to our life if we are not searching for it and constantly searching for it? And I believe that that is a critical piece that most people miss. And that most people, when they look at it, they know they need to make a change in their life. They know that they need to transition their life or to do something else. And they believe that they can do that based off of the knowledge and understanding that they have, or the wisdom that they already have. And Solomon is saying, it's not enough to go and to make a change of my own life. He says it's not enough to base it off of the wisdom that I have myself. He says, if I really want to be wise, he said, if I really want to be wise, I'm going to start, first of all, by choosing to turn and to choose to apply his heart to know. So he's going to seek wisdom. And then it goes further, he says, to search out and to seek wisdom in the reason of things. So he says, after I've chosen to search for it, I begin to search for it and search for wisdom. And so the source of wisdom is to be able to search for it and to be able to seeking it. And so a seeking heart, that is how we begin to find wisdom, is to begin to understand that we need it and begin to search for it and position ourselves to receive it and to seek it out. And so we need to begin to apply our heart. We need to begin to turn ourselves. If we desire wisdom in our life, we need to begin to searching it out. We need to begin to seek it. We need to be starting to talk to other people about it. In my version, this is a slightly different translation, but in my translation, it says, I turned my thoughts to know, explore, and to seek wisdom, and an explanation of it for things, and to know wickedness, and to know that wickedness is stupidity and folly is madness. And I thought it very interesting that it used the word explore, because to explore means that you are not just going over the areas that you already know. When you explore something, you are going in an area that you don't know. You're going into a room that you've never been in before. You're going into a cave that you've never been into before. When you begin to explore something, and when you begin to explore and to seek wisdom, when you begin to explore wisdom and to explore for wisdom, it means that you are searching somewhere you've never searched before. You are going somewhere you've never gone before.